Bad Piggies was always a bit of an oddball in Rovio's lineup. A game where you don't cause destruction as the funny round birds. No, it was a game where not only you play as the pigs, well, not like that, but you also see the story from their perspective. A game where you make goofy contraptions, a game about trial and error, and sometimes, just sometimes, recreating historical events. Bad Piggies was fun, it was creative, and people liked it. So when one of Rovio's game designers shared some art on artstation.com, people got curious. In these art pieces were some assets for a game called Bad Piggies 2. And from what we could tell, it seemed like the premise of the game was that it happens in space. But these were just the prototypes, and they weren't actually making a second game, right? Well, that was until 2021, when ads started popping up. And there were 3 of them. The first one looked like the classic Angry Birds. The other had the Angry Birds Toons designs, and the last one,
the newest Tesla feature is that the seat will take a high-resolution scan of your balls.
Looked like a bootleg Angry Birds movie. Clicking the ads didn't actually give you a game, however. They would just send you to a fake Play Store page known as the Geek Lab store. Geek Lab is a platform where companies like Rovio use it for their game prototypes, to see if people are interested or not. And if you clicked on the download button, it would just give you a survey and some questions.
Smash or pass. Let's go. Smash!
But over the next year or so, these little ad campaigns kept popping up in no other place than TikTok. Same structure, different art styles, the movie designs kept getting uglier, and still no game to be seen.
POV, I'm your coffee.
In October of 2022, they announced in their yearly report that the final design for the game was chosen. And to our surprise, they chose the movie design.
Hello, my fellow employees. It is time for us to decide the art style for our newest game, Bad Piggies 2. We can keep the classic designs, and since they're classic, nobody will have any problems. Or we can choose the Toons designs to make things fresh. Or perhaps we can choose this movie-inspired design that everyone in the community hates. So, what do you guys think?
Nevertheless, most people just decide to roll with it, because the art style shouldn't really be a big problem if the game itself was actually good. And after some teasers and gameplay footage being shown, the game was finally soft launched in the selected countries in May of 2023. But what is a Bad Piggies 2? Bad Piggies 2 could have been something like this, or maybe even this. The art has changed, but what's important is still the same, and what truly matters is still to remain all the same. That being said, this game is dog shit. Or was dog shit. Because just after 5 months, they shut it down like it never happened. If you ask me, some things do not need a sequel. Even though it would be nice to have them, they are unnecessary. And Bad Piggies is one of those things. The horseshoe crab has lived for millions of years without budging an inch, so why bother? Why would you make a sequel when you can just add new content to the first game? Angry Birds 2 was a huge step down from the original Angry Birds formula, and Bad Piggies 2 was what I call the modernification of an old classic, which is not in the form of a remake or a remaster, rather a downgrade from the original. The game starts with a really, and I mean really long tutorial. Way too long in fact, that it kinda makes you feel like... And one other thing is, you are no longer playing as Ross. Who is Ross? He's the pig from the first game. Are you stupid? He looks like this now. Look at what they have done to my boy.
Some people are actually wondering why he's old.
Well, he's not old. I couldn't say that he's old. He's experienced.
Instead, you are playing as his dumb nephew. Piece of shit.
Is it haram to get pregnant as a man? Bro, I don't...
Aside from the absolute dog water of an art style, this new game doesn't let you build what you want. Instead, you are just forced to place the different parts at the designated places, so you can just pass the level, which basically kills the experimental factor. There is no creativity, and what is life if I cannot make what I want in a Bad Piggies game? Not to mention, you only have a limited amount of retries. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, Rovio? This game also follows a chronological level order, and therefore there are no longer different episodes with different themes or vehicles. There is no sandbox, there is no roadhogs, yet there is so much unnecessary shit like the village, the waiting simulator. And even worse, the soundtrack is mid, which is just sad, because music was something that Rovio was always, and I mean always, good at. Compared to Bad Piggies 1, when it goes I just wanna but when it goes I'm like... Unlike the original game, this game does not have any objectives. There are no star boxes to collect, no time limit, and nothing to replay a level for. In the original game, you usually had to play a level multiple times to be able to 3-star it. The first time is beating it with the time limit, the second time is beating it in a way that also gets you the star boxes, and the third time you have to beat the level while not crashing or without using a certain part. But here, you just reach the end and that's it. What even is the fucking point? There are of course new parts and reworked parts, like the reusable balloons, but more isn't always better. If variety is what makes the world go around, then I wanna be a Shaolin monk, cause I only want this Bad Piggies, not whatever the fuck this was. Bad Piggies 2 was a clear example of when companies don't listen to what their fans want, and instead have this illusion of doing what they think is the best makes them the most amount of money. And for Rovio, that strategy is making 20 more AI generated match 3 games. Cause that's what's making them the big bucks.
I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm better.